Hey, I'm Olivia Rodrigo, and these are my top songwriting tips.
Olivia Rodrigo, a 19-year-old singer and songwriter, has already captured the hearts of millions and won 3 Grammy Awards. But what's her secret? How does she write songs and where does she find inspiration? Find out by the end of this video. First, let's take a look at her overall approach to songwriting.
The second that you sort of start writing a song with the intention of it being liked by other people, it loses its magic.
Olivia Rodrigo's songwriting is all about being real and true to herself. She writes about her own emotions and experiences, never straying from what she actually knows and feels. This sets her apart from other artists who might create characters or write from other people's perspectives.
And I think you just have to be true to you when you're like writing all of that stuff and try to stay out of your head and do it because you love it. Don't do it for, other people. Those are the best types of songs.
For Olivia, songwriting is like therapy. It's a way for her to express herself and work through her emotions. And man, does it show in her music. Every word in her songs is genuine and felt deeply. Her lyrics are crafted to message and her music is arranged to match the emotion she's going for. It all comes together to create a powerful impact on listeners.
Like, that was so cool to me to realize that, honesty is always relatable and you don't have to try to relate to large audiences. You just have to tell your story because, humans are all so much more alike than we are different, and we're all feeling so much of the same things that we just don't talk about.
Let's move on to the next step. How does she find inspiration? Olivia Rodrigo's songwriting is deeply rooted in her own emotions and experiences, but that's not the only place she finds inspiration. She is also inspired by poetry, reading and studying the works of other poets to fuel her own creative process. For Olivia, poetry is like a treasure trove of language and imagery. Poets can convey big emotions and ideas with just a few words, and that's something she tries to bring to her own songs. She wants to write lyrics that pack a punch, that really speak to people.
I think I have to start a song with a lyrical concept or idea. I'm a very lyric, narrative, story-based songwriter, and everything else kind of is secondary to that. So in order to write a song that I like, it has to be either a poem that I like or a concept or a play on words that I can sort of go from.
Her love for poetry shows in her writing. Her songs are like little poems, with words chosen carefully to create a picture in your mind, and when she combines that with her own life experiences, the result is music that hits you right in the feels. Another way Olivia finds inspiration is by listening to music like a songwriter. She pays close attention to the songs of her favorite artists, studying the techniques they use to create their music.
I literally will listen to music that my idol made, watch all of their interviews, and then go back and be like, okay, I'm gonna try to write a song as if they were writing this song, and it just completely broadens your horizons.
Next time you listen to a new song by your favorite artist, try doing the same thing. Listen to it with a songwriter's ear, taking note of the different elements used to create the piece. Play it over and over until you have a good understanding of the songwriting process. Trust me, this is a super helpful exercise if you want to level up your songwriting game. By doing this, you'll learn so much about what makes a great song. You'll start to notice things you've never noticed before, and you'll pick up new techniques and ideas that you can bring to your own music. This is a proven way to level up your songwriting skills, and it's something that Olivia Rodrigo has been doing for years. But before you start analyzing other songs and looking for inspiration, there's one rule that Olivia Rodrigo lives by when it comes to finding inspiration: consistency. She believes that ideas aren't just going to magically appear out of nowhere. To get inspired, you have to put in the work and show up for your creativity every day.
I think sometimes you just have to work and write and create even when you don't feel particularly inspired, because I think when you continuously show up, you like show the universe that you are capable of bringing this idea to life.
In Olivia's eyes, the key to unlocking inspiration is to write as much as you can. Even if you don't feel inspired, just sit down and write anyway. The more you write, the more you show the universe that you're serious about your craft and that you deserve to be inspired. And that's when inspiration will finally find you. It's like what Picasso said. If you want to be inspired, you have to be in the game, day in and day out. You have to be consistent, and you have to be willing to show up and put in the work. And if you do that, you'll find that inspiration will follow you wherever you go. Another thing that sets Olivia Rodrigo apart from other songwriters is that she forces herself to finish every single song that she starts. For her, finished is always better than perfect.
I can't tell you how many times I've like sat at a piano and like been writing a song and been like, this is terrible, I should just quit, like this is so bad. But I like force myself to finish it, or at least like finish the idea or whatever, or like finish the verse and chorus. And lots of the times I come back and I'm like, oh wait, that was actually like great, like I was getting like really in my head about it.
This can be one of the toughest things for a songwriter to do. You start writing a song and you're feeling good about it. But then you listen to it the next day and you're like, ugh, this is terrible. It can be hard to motivate yourself to keep going and finish the song. But finishing a song has its benefits. First of all, it helps you overcome your biggest enemy in songwriting, perfectionism. And second of all, sometimes when you come back to a song after a while, you realize it's not as bad as you thought. And who knows, you might even end up releasing it. However, pushing yourself to finish a song is easier said than done. It's a constant battle to overcome the voice in your head telling you that your work isn't good enough. But that's exactly why it's so important to remember why you started writing in the first place. For Olivia Rodrigo, it's about capturing the raw emotion and experiences that make her who she is. And by forcing herself to finish every song she starts, she ensures that she never lets those emotions go to waste. She knows that there's always room for improvement, but that doesn't mean that what she has created isn't worthy of being shared with the world. So if you're struggling with finishing your songs, take a page out of Olivia's book. Keep pushing yourself and don't be afraid to let your work be seen by others. Remember, finished is always better than perfect. And who knows, the song you're hesitating to finish might just be the one that touches someone's heart and becomes your biggest hit. Now that you know how Olivia does it, check out this video where Taylor Swift teaches you how to write better songs in just 6 minutes.